Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure, if you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Boom, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello and welcome back to another video, people. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you are new. And yeah, we're back again with another video. A bit of a different one today. Today is the 2-year anniversary of when we won the Conference League. When we won our first trophy in 40 years, our first European trophy in over 60 years. And I think it was 60 years. But something like that. And it's been a whirlwind of 2 years, I have to say. Like, what I will say is, like, time has flown by. Like, how was that 2 years ago? How on earth was that 2 years ago, man? That feels like yesterday. Like, I remember every part of that day, basically. Like, I couldn't explain the type of nervous I was for that game. I couldn't explain it. Like, that and Alkmaar away for the semi-final in the second leg. I've never been that nervous in my whole entire life. I've never been that nervous. Like, you get a little bit of anxiety, a little bit nervous for certain games and stuff in the Premier League, or like when you're playing for something in the Prem, that is, and when there's something on the line. But because I expected to win that trophy, because that was the only time where I've been like positive in a sense, where it's like West Ham are going to win this trophy. Like, no matter what happens, West Ham are going to win this trophy. Like, I expect West Ham to blaze everyone and win the trophy. And listen, it's kind of mad in a sense that the fact that I was that confident, because let's be real, there's not many. We were the first English team to win that trophy. Obviously, Chelsea have won it now, but Aston Villa, Leicester, Tottenham, I think that's it, actually. Those three teams didn't win the Conference League, and they were all in the Conference League because Tottenham were the first English team to be in it. They got kicked out due to the COVID stuff. Aston Villa lost to Olympiacos, a team we beat in that Europa League season, like the same team we beat in the Europa League. And Leicester, they dropped down from their Europa League group. I think they had like Napoli in their Europa League group. I can't remember who else. And they lost to Roma, actually. They lost to Jose Mourinho's Roma. Which, to be fair, that's somewhat respectable. And that was a bigger team than anyone we faced in the Conference League. And to be fair, I think we would have beaten Olympiacos. So there you go. You know what it is with that day, yeah? If I was to take you back through the day, at this point, I don't actually have a job. I'm trying to find a new one because I was literally like working somewhere else, and then I stopped working for a little bit, and so I'm trying to find a new job at this point. And it was a weird time in my life, to be honest with you, just because of that kind of stuff. Just trying to get back on my feet as someone who was turning 20 years old at the time. I was just trying to go to the gym every day and take my mind off life. And I was going to the gym. I had my West Ham shirt out. I usually wear football shirts going to the gym and stuff. And I just, funny enough, went past some of my like old school primary school friends, in the area, who are also West Ham fans. And it's weird because I never see them. Even though I live in the same area as these people, I never see these people. So it's like, it had to happen on that day. I was nervous from the morning that I got up because I knew what time it was. I knew what day it was. Like, it was a Wednesday as well. I'm pretty sure it was a Wednesday when we won that Conference League. And I've never been in the final before. I've never seen my team in the final before. Playoff final don't count. I was at that playoff final, the Blackpool one. But I've never been in a major final. And I call it a major final in terms of it's a competition that you could win that lifts you a trophy that means something. It means something. Obviously, we had a terrible league campaign. a big transition of squad. A lot to get into if I was to discuss that season again. There was a lot of horrible games in that season to watch, for sure. And I was just so nervous, man. I was just so nervous. I was getting along with my day. Went gym, do what you do, etc. When we're getting closer and closer to kickoff, and it's a case of, bruv, I'm nervous. I'm literally trying to comfort eat. Like I'm just got a big pizza and just like I was just down in Coronas. I was down in Coronas. I was trying my best to like not feel the nerves by alcohol. But the problem was, we're eating pizza, being nervous, and drinking alcohol just made my mouth fucking dry, bruv. So my whole time, I'm just nervous as shit watching that game. Like that first half was a blur to me when I watched that first half back. I actually, I'm gonna watch the game back today on YouTube because the game's still on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. So I know this because after we won the Conference League, I watched the game back like every day for like 2 weeks straight. Like I don't get tired of that game. I will never get tired of it. That's a game I'll always watch back. I remember being like, uh, most players in the Conference League actually played quite well. So I think when the lineup came out, I was happy with the line. I actually wanted Fornals to start over Benrahma just for the left hand side, even though Benrahma was actually having a good season. To be fair to him, um, it was a debate between Cresswell and Emerson. I said Emerson for the European experience. I can't remember. The other debate was the goalkeeper who should start and goal. I said Areola, I think, because he was the cup goalkeeper at the time. Fabianski was the league keeper, so it made sense. I think we knew that Sufal, Zuma, Aged, Rice, Suchek, Bowen, who played in the 10, Paquetá, and Antonio were all going to start. But it was a case of, would Benrahma start or would Fornal start? Would um, Fabianski or Thingy start? Actually, I think there was a little debate between right back as well because Tilo Kehrer was playing well at right back. But um, listen, Sufal played well that game. I think when you look back at that game, to be fair, not many players actually played well for 90 minutes. Like, Areola didn't have to do anything, but I say the back four, Emerson, again, Zuma and Sufal and Bowen actually like played well. Like Rice, Suchek, Benrahma, Paquetá, Antonio didn't actually play well, but they didn't really need to. They didn't really need to because as much as Fiorentina were keeping possession, like the low block football in the Conference League was perfect. It was perfect because no team could break us down, and everyone was very slow in possession. Like when you come up against these like C, no offense to them, but C list like European teams that try and play possession based football, they play it really slow. That's why against Alkmaar we could afford to defend for 90 minutes because I wasn't nervous at all in terms of they could score here. I was just nervous in the fact that there was something on the line. I still thought we would win, but it's a case of, oh my god, it's actually happening now. It's all good saying you're going to win, but when you're in the moment, you're still nervous as shit. You're still nervous as shit. So to be fair, at the same time, it was just a mazza the whole first half because that whole first half was a blur. I don't remember us really doing much in the first half. To be fair, I know a lot of people were probably frustrated with the ref, and the ref wasn't great that game. But the ref is never great in European football and English football, so I'm not really too pissed off because of the ref. I'm watching it in my house as well, and the reason why I'm watching it in my house because every place we like, me and my family tried to like go out and watch the game, it was all packed. Everywhere in East London's packed at this point, so there was nowhere else to watch the game. I was like, I'll just watch it at home. I'll just watch it at home. There was a bunch of pubs that were packed. The fan zone was packed. The fan zone probably would have been an ideal place to watch it, but I don't mind watching it in my house. I don't mind watching it in my house. I'm not going to react to my match reaction today, but honestly, you should go and check that out because I think when you click on my channel, that's like the video that pops up on the homepage is the match reaction to Fiorentina West Ham. I think when the first goal went in, when the penalty went in, yeah, I was stupid enough to think, we've won it. We're gonna see this out 1-0. They scored literally like a minute later. Bonaventura, like, bruv, allow it, man, allow it. Bonaventura scored straight away, and that's the only time where I was actually pissed off in the game. I was like, oh my days, like you can't keep a lead for like a minute, bro. You can't keep a lead for like a minute. I was stressing. I was proper stressing because then I was like, oh, now what? I still thought we would win. This weird. I'm the most negative person there is on YouTube in terms of football, but I thought I would never really had any like second mind or second thoughts about us winning the Conference League. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. So it gets to even when it got to like the 86th minute, which is when I think did we score 86th or 87th minute? I actually don't remember. But when Bowen scored, I still thought like just before that happened, I still thought we would get a last minute goal. I don't know why, but I think I said like 90th minute we're scoring. Like it's just destined. The way my heart in that moment, I wish I was doing watch alongs then, but I wasn't streaming at this current moment in time. I just didn't know how to use shit. I didn't. I was just shooting out uploads. I wasn't really taking YouTube as serious as I'm taking it now, to be fair. But when that goal went in, when Joe Bowen went through and scored, I froze. I froze. Like I froze differently. I froze differently. Like my mum was celebrating. I was just frozen. I just stood there with a fucking. I think I had a beer in my hand or some shit. Like I was just standing there. I was just standing there because I was just like, "This is happening. Is this actually happening?" I didn't run around and celebrate. I didn't run around and celebrate. I couldn't believe what I was watching. The commentary, bigger and is it Adam Summerton, something like that. Big up to him. Elite commentary. I don't know why Robbie Savage was on there, but he was pissing me off. But Summerton, brilliant commentary. The knee slide from Bowen, the all the players celebrating, the more he's running down the pitch, like I was frozen trying to take it all in. I was trying to take it pause for taking it all in, pause for taking it all in, Jesus Christ. But I was trying to take in the moment. That's a better way of saying it. I was trying to take in the moment. And bro, that I will never ever be able to witness a moment like that again. And I knew I wouldn't be able to. Because West Ham were already going on a downward spiral as it was from that season. But at the same time, that's moments you got to cherish for your lifetime. Because, bro, if the club ended there, I would have been fine with it. Like, you can die happy, man. You can die happy, man. Because we're not happy right now. We're not happy right now. But I'm gutted for Noble because we won literally a trophy the first season he retired. I know he don't care because he's a fan, but at the same time, it would have been nice to actually win a trophy for him. I know the team tried in the Europa League, but it didn't work out. We faced a really good Frankfurt team. I'm gonna drop the biggest West Ham what ifs very soon, very very soon. Maybe even tomorrow. Maybe even tomorrow. I might work on that. But also, just seeing everyone celebrate when the final whistle went. I don't even remember how I celebrated when the final whistle went. I think I just fell. I think I just laid on my living room floor just flat, like looking up. I think I just laid because you know when you're so nervous for a game. I don't know whether anyone can relate, no matter what club you support. Yeah, watching this, when you win a game like that and you celebrate, at that point, but after being so nervous with so much anxiety, you've you're just emotionally drained. You're just tired at that point. Like you're not even like jumping around. Like I can only speak for myself because I was at my house. I wasn't even jumping around like that. I was just so drained. I was just so happy. I was happy, but I was drained. Like all the emotions just went out. I was just tired. I was so tired after that, but I was so happy. I was so happy. Like I can't explain it. I can't explain the feeling. I can't. I can't explain that shit. And the fact that it's been 2 years since then is mad. It's mad. Obviously, we're in a terrible position right now. We're in a terrible position right now. But we was going in that direction from that season. And I did call it from like I think it was Christmas from that season what kind of direction we were going in. So yeah. But it's mad to see the moments back then. Like I'll always respect Declan Rice. That's why I never have like people forget. People forget very easily. I'll never ever disrespect Declan Rice. There's banter for sure, but my banter's more towards Arsenal rather than Declan Rice. Doesn't mean I want Declan Rice to do well at Arsenal because no offense to the guy, you're at Arsenal. I don't like Arsenal, so I don't want you to do well there. But I can never disrespect the guy. I can never disrespect the guy for all he's done. The same with like Bowen cemented himself then. We already knew how good Bowen was, but Bowen became Mr. Inevitable like a season before that, and he added to that. If that's the probably the only person I would trust. Like in my whole lifetime supporting West Ham, there's two people I would trust going through on goal. That's Jared Bowen and Dimitri Payet. Those are the only two players I can really trust for going through on goal 1v1. Because West Ham don't score 1v1s for whatever reason, with the amount of strikers we've had, with the amount of players we've had. We've had some good players that probably maybe would score the 1v1s, but if there's two players I could trust, it's Dimitri Payet and Jared Bowen to go through on a 1v1 to score. And he did that. Paquetá with a lovely ball. And listen, big up Paquetá for that. It hasn't been great since. Well, he was good this season after, but it hasn't really been up to his standards since then. But at the same time, he will be, I guess, considered maybe a cult hero for that assist because that was what we signed him for. Apart from Lanzini, there was no one in that squad that could put a pass in like that. Fornals was more ball over the top. Declan Rice was more of a diagonal pass. Same with Thomas Suchek. No one can put a ball through like that unless you're Lanzini. So we needed someone of that ilk, and even the players that came on the pitch that saw out the game, the Ogbonas, the Carers, the Pablo Fornals, they played really well. Coming off the bench to see out that game. Like everyone put in a shift, despite the fact that I did say that half the team didn't actually like put in a great performance. They didn't have to really. Like Antonio didn't do fuck all. Rice and Suchek couldn't really get the ball off the midfield, but that's because we were sitting back against a team playing a 4-3-3, whilst we were set up in a 4-4-2 off the ball. Because Paquetá and Antonio were the two. Paquetá didn't really get his foothold in the game, apart from the assist. Like you only really saw the back four and Jared Bowen really like putting their foot in. Like I didn't really see Ben Rama in that game either. But that's a moment you'll always cherish. And cool, it's sad to see where the club is at right now. Don't get me wrong, like it's kind of sad to reflect on that and then look where we are now. But I saw it coming from a mile off. And if the club just put in literally a couple steps in the past that could have changed it, that they could have stopped this from happening a long time ago. If they had just hired a better manager in the first place and just given the freedom to a director of football where not only are they signing the players and getting the deals done, but they're hiring the managers as well, then we would be in a much better position. But that's where we are now. And it is sad to see, but I never expected us to follow up on that because this is what West Ham do. We give ourselves hope to then let ourselves down. We never capitalize on the good moments at this club. So, I never, as much as I demanded all the time, I never expected us to, unfortunately, capitalize. And that's the saddest part. Is that's what I wanted us to do. I wanted us to capitalize on what we were building, and that's what we didn't do. But I will never ever forget that moment. Stratford Parade was a day after, by the way, Like that was long. I was still slightly drunk, but I was still drinking. Later, I drank. I ended up throwing up like 3 days later because of the amount of times I was drinking. But I don't care. I haven't been drunk in a while, but yeah, I went to the parade after, and you can see the full Stratford Parade, like the Stratford Parade, the time in Stratford on YouTube. Like the parade started from Green Street to Stratford. Like we took over East London. Like of course we did because obviously like Leighton Orient are bigger than us is quite obvious. So we're obviously going to take over East London regardless. But we took over East London. From Green Street to Stratford. That was a fun time. I was standing there for 2, 3, 4 hours, just at the parade. I never thought I'd be able to go to a parade, and I was there for Declan Rice's last moments. Basically, we were singing his name. We knew he was going to leave. And I didn't begrudge him for it. The only chance that we had of keeping him would have been if he stayed his last year contract and we had won the Europa League. That would have been our only chance. But we knew we couldn't take that risk and we had to cash in. Because we're never going to see that money again, probably. And we didn't spend it well at all. So that's classic West Ham. But at the same time, that's a moment you will live for. That's a moment you will live for. Like that. That's a moment you'll always look back on. Like no matter, as I tweeted out earlier, no matter what happens to this club, I'll always have that to look back on. Always. And I'm gonna rewatch the match today. I still need to rewatch the. I would love to find somewhere where I can rewatch the Alkmaar semi-final, where Fornal scored at the end. I want to rewatch that, but I can't find anywhere to rewatch that. So yeah. But listen, let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's my video for today. But we are streaming Pro Clubs at 11, so come and join us. Tomorrow I have another video as well. I might do a stream reacting to videos for Mike Reacts again if I have enough things to react to. If not, then I'm just going to keep reacting today. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Take care and peace.